Alright guys, what is going on? Hope you're having a good day. Weekend's coming up, and well, anyway, I just hope you're having a good day. Alright, so oh, by the way, thanks to all my subs, members, everybody that watches the channel. I appreciate it. Thanks for all the support. Alright, so after yesterday's video, told you what I was going to do, to get on here, read some comments, go over it. I did answer a few yesterday, maybe a few this, I think I answered a few this morning, but I'm gonna go ahead and continue yesterday's video by answering some comments today and talking a little bit more. I do got one more question though. Since Robin Lane's in the business of helping out criminals, you know, Dawn and Candus ain't the only criminals out there to help Robin. So it seems a little suspicious to me, you know, because I got to thinking, I thought, well, is she doing it because, you know, God's work? Is that the reason why she's helping out Dawn and Candus? Because they're criminals? And I just, you know, I just couldn't do it. I couldn't do it. Just knowing the fact that they just let them kids just like they weren't nothing. You know, I might think about helping them if they tried to fight for the kids and tried to get their act together. You know what I mean? But to support them without them doing anything, I question. There's something weird about that, guys. Just something weird about that. And the other thing too, you know, I keep thinking, well, there's other people, criminals out there that she could do, you know, godly work for. If that's what her reasoning is behind it, I don't know. It's still kind of creepy too that she was, you know, allegedly in Summer's room helping to refurbish it, taking furniture, dresser and stuff in there. Was it creepy? Or shouldn't say creepy, just weird. I shouldn't say creepy, but just weird. It's almost like they know she's coming back. And they know that she might be placed back in that home, in that bedroom. Weird, guys. Weird. I hope them kids never have to go back there. I mean, just look at all the stuff we've witnessed while those kids were in CPS custody, right? That's another reason why I couldn't support them. You know what I mean? They just, I mean, they basically took a crap on their kids. Flushed them down the commode and forgot about them, basically. I mean, I can't know. Now, if they actually tried and was keeping these bad people away from 110 Ben Hill Road while the kids were in CPS custody, and then I'd give it a thought, right? They're trying, you know, they're trying. No, I don't think they've tried at all. You know, so let's get into some of these comments. Got one here from Sud79. Says, I've always wondered why Candus would leave the boys at home and only take Summer out and about and swimming. At one point, Hunter said he thought the boys were with Dawn at work, right? He did, didn't he? Robin smells funny to me. Something about her feels fake. Right? And I wonder if the boys were left at home. Because think about it. Why would you leave them boys home alone if CPS was coming up there at some point during the day, right? That would just really probably look bad on you. Have them boys up there all day and parents not there. I wonder if them boys, now reflecting on it, kind of wondering if the boys actually were at home that day. Did they go to work with Dawn? You know, did Dawn bring them back home that afternoon? I just don't think I would see Dawn and Candus leaving those boys at home by themselves, knowing CPS could, you know, drop by. Of course they could. They could have just told the boys, you know, hey, don't answer the door. You hear a knock on the door, get real quiet. You know what I mean? All right, so let's read another comment here. To me, the police, let's see, this is from Sue Bradley, 9251. To me, the police is not doing anything. They just sitting on their butterfly doing anything. I believe that the sheriff is covering up for Dawn and Candus. They should be arrested already. I think, again, that after listening to the district attorney, when he talks about how it has implications of the law or something like that, I think they have a pretty good idea what happened. But because this was planned out well in advance, I think yeah, I think they're struggling to figure out what to charge them with, and then you would need Summer. I'm really now, guys, giving it some thought. You know, the psychology behind Dawn and Candus and their lack of concern for Summer, their boys, especially Summer, their lack of concern over the last 2 years, playing pranks, doing this, doing that. I wonder if I wonder if this was all just a big, you know, they pulled a fast one on CPS so they wouldn't go to prison. Again, I think, my opinion, I believe Summer was about to send some people to prison, if you know what I mean. And, well, who would help Dawn and Candus? Well, who would help them? I still get asked that to this day. Well, who would do this? Who would help hide Summer for Dawn and Candus? Well, who would allegedly spend thousands of dollars on Dawn and Candus? And have a cult-like following to Dawn and Candus for the last 2 years? That's my question to you. And we got Sally Kirby. If it's true the boys went swimming the day Summer disappeared, it seems they want to keep the boys completely out of this situation. Maybe they threatened the boys to not say anything to law enforcement. That is a very big possibility, guys. I mean, you got to think those kids were raised basically. I mean, when I look at 110 Ben Hill Road, I see almost a compound, right? Isolated from society, isolated from, you know, while they're at home anyway. That's what I was. In that environment, it would be very easy to. As Sally Kirby say here, she said maybe they threatened the boys. Yeah, it's a very, very real possibility, Sally. See what else we got here. See, Tortured 4 says, based on the times she was at Walgreens and the other stores, there's no way the lady at the horse park was being honest. Based on the times she was, well, there you go. I mean, TBI, seems like they've got an issue with the timeline. So it was supposed to have been a quick trip. It was supposed to have been a quick thing, Candus said. Well, for something, when she told Hunter it was supposed to be just a quick thing, well, they sure did run around town, didn't they? There's my answer on that. I got Judy Jones here. Great reporting, Dawn. As far as questions goes, it seems never ending, and with Robin still seeing and talking and going on trips to the fair, that is confusing. And I would not have Candus around none of my children, period. Right? And the other thing too is, I think Robin is the only church member doing this at that church, which is, again, something ain't right about that. Why has not someone been arrested is crazy. Yada yada yada. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, it's just evidence, guys. Evidence. Like I said, you know, it's well planned out, and I mean, if, you know, they, you know, rehomed Summer or sent her off with someone so that they wouldn't get in trouble, what would you arrest them with? I know you could, you know, interfering with an investigation, lying to authorities, yada yada yada, but how are you going to prove they're lying to authorities until they find Summer? Right? I think that's what they're having trouble with. And the other thing too is, you know, everybody keeps saying, well, you know, Summer could have been abducted. You know, they're, you know, this is how it could have happened, right? But I stop and look and think, you know, well, if that was the case, why would they throw Candus, as Candus said, in the back of a cop car? And why would they want to do polygraphs on them? Again, just ain't sitting right with me, guys. It just ain't sitting right with me. So I can't. I mean, even if it's, you know, even if it's 1 in 10 million odds, I just can't get behind the abduction thing, just because of the way, number one, Dawn and Candus have acted for 2 years, and number two, why is law enforcement so interested in Dawn and Candus, polygraphing them, saying that they're not cooperating with the investigation? So there's my feelings on that. Got Bridget Hodge saying, best one yet. I heard she went to meet Cotton or Sherfy there. I don't know, but makes me wonder, guys. That'll probably be the last comment I read. But it makes me wonder, wrap it up here. It makes me wonder, was the trip to the swim hole planned? A quick thing my ass, right, Candus? That's what I think. Run around town, all over, you know, basically all over town. Vape shop, Sonic, Priceless. You could have waited inside Walgreens for 20-30 minutes where it's nice and air conditioned, right? But it's supposed to be a quick trip, remember? Just a quick thing. Yeah. So yeah, I wonder, after reflecting on all this, I wonder, did Candus meet somebody at the swim hole? Somebody that was maybe even local to the area. Maybe has ties to Colonial Heights, Gray. Who would have ties to the Colonial Heights and Gray area? Why only go look for summer when you have the opportunity at the fairgrounds in Gray, Tennessee? Did she meet someone at the swim hole that has connections to the Colonial Heights and Gray area? Who does Candus and Dawn know that have connections to the Colonial Heights and Gray area? Because they live nowhere near Colonial Heights and Gray. They go to church near there. Their church is almost in Colonial Heights. It's like maybe 3 miles from it. Does Dawn and Candus have any connections to anybody that has connections to Colonial Heights or Gray? Let's ponder on that, guys. Let's ponder on that. So, yeah, let me know what you think. Do you think Candus went out there and met somebody and that person was the person that ended up picking Summer up that afternoon? Again, I'd love to know if there's any cameras out there at that swim hole. Right? Near it. I know there's none at it. But I'd love to know if there's some near it. Right? Because gosh, wouldn't that be suspicious if someone went down there and talked to Candus for a little bit and then left, and then later that afternoon Summer got gone? Yeah, buddy. Yeah, buddy. Oh, no, I do got one more. Oh, I see a comment here. I got one more to go over. Jan Sprung says, who are the private investigators that took Candus to the hospital? I think they're out of Elizabethton. I think it's C&C Private Investigations, I think. I still don't, that one still bothers me. I don't know why she would call them to take her to Johnson City Medical Center. Holston Valley's. Well, she took Grandis to Holston Valley. Why didn't she go to Holston Valley? Again, guys, there's that connection to Washington County again. And them pictures of Candus in the hospital bed, clothed, looked like she had the blankets and was wearing street clothes. Weird. Something just ain't sitting right in that area with me, guys. Something ain't sitting right in that area at all with me. Could Summer be in that area? Just got to find her, huh? Interesting. So let me know what you think, guys. Appreciate you for hanging out with me. And take care. I'll definitely be back tomorrow. We'll do some more we'll do some more digging and talking, and drop some comments. We'll discuss it. I'll see y'all tomorrow.